There are dozens of motivational speakers on tour today, but they are not all created equal. Some are good, while others are better, but only a few are described as the best. I'd like to introduce you to one of the best, Mr. James Parker. James has been training, teaching, and motivating Fortune 500 companies for the past 10 years. He's a powerhouse, a walking stick of dynamite. His energy is explosive and contagious. James will captivate you as he magically mixes humor with a common-sense approach to managing life's challenges. James is associated with the Zig Ziglar Corporation and has traveled throughout the world delivering customized motivational presentations and seminars. Once you hear him speak, your life will never be the same. His words will challenge your thinking while motivating and inspiring you to new heights. Ladies and gentlemen, meet James Parker.
Make it happen.
I asked a man one time, how many people you got working for you? Oh, about half of them. I asked about, excuse me, how long you been working for the company? Ever since they threatened to fire me. We've got to develop a laser focus. And obviously you know that I'm talking about the importance of goals. Yale University did a study several years ago, and this was of their graduating seniors. They noticed that in their senior class, only 3% of the graduating seniors had properly set their goals. They had listed what they wanted to do in life. They had written down all the benefits of doing that thing. They had listed all the obstacles that they were going to face to make that happen. They had listed all the people, the skills, the knowledge that they had needed. They had listed a plan of action and a completion date. But they came back 20 years later, and they found out that the 3% who had set their goals had accomplished more than the other 97% combined. This is the reason why. Life is like an all-you-can-eat buffet. You got a lot of choices, but you cannot eat everything at the same time. I was in the grocery store a few months ago, and I had spent about $200 on groceries. As I took my mini cart to the checkout line, it was obvious to me that this girl was not having a good day. I mean, she took my eggs and she slid them down, and here come my bread sliding down. And finally I stopped. I said, well, ma'am, are you having a bad day? And she just kind of looked at me like I'd run over a skunk on a motorcycle or something. And finally, when I wrote up my check, I said, now, ma'am, at least you could say is thank you. And she looked at me and she said, sir, it's written on the receipt. And you know, I just laughed, because that's the way the best customers will do. Your best customers are not the ones who complain. They're not the ones who go to management to try to get you fired. They just smile and go right down the street to somebody else who will appreciate the business. And most people don't realize many times we can spend $10,000 trying to get one new customer in our business. And that customer can be lost in 10 seconds, all because of one employee with a bad attitude. And many times it can take 10 years, if ever, to get that business back. Because they go down the street and they tell everybody about how bad service they received at this establishment. And the word travels around, and before long, we've lost our market share. I'm going to keep doing it until I find the thing that I want to do. You got to want a thing great enough to go out and fight for it, work day and night for it, spend your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. When all your dream and scheme is about it, when your life is useless and worthless without it, when you fret for it and use all fear of opposition for it, then things begin to happen in your life.